Hey team, it's Ange here from the A-Life, and a question we get often from our students is, how do I sit on the floor without pain? And because often being cross-legged on the floor in any position for any long period of time can cause discomfort in our joints. Now, why does this happen? Often it's because we have stopped doing it. It was comfortable as a kid, but as we sit in chairs, our knees, our ankles, our hips get less conditioned as we get older because we spend less time on the floor. So let's go through a couple of things that's going to make it way more comfortable. Firstly, if you are sitting on the floor in this position and you feel like you're stuck in this rounded posture and you just, in order to unsit yourself up, we've got to use our back muscles quite a lot. My first tip is to elevate your hips. Grab a block, a cushion, a bolster, and elevate those hips over your knees. Now, you may need one block, you may need two blocks for this to be comfortable. What you want is a neutral spine as you are sitting up. So this is going to give you the ability to move forward and back and have mobility in your pelvis as you are sitting up. I like to see, can these bones here, these ASIS bones, and my pubic bone be stacked on top of each other? So not back and then not hyper going forward. We want to be stacked here. This is going to be a lot less pressure on your hip flexors and your lower back, so you can breathe easy in this position. My second tip is to move into different positions. A lot of the time on the floor, it's uncomfortable because versus being on an ergonomic chair where we've got cushioning and back support, and it's really just numbing our sensations in our body. Often we're on the floor, when we get a sensation of discomfort, it's the body telling us, hey, move. So this is your opportunity to find a different position. So let me show you a couple of positions you can move through when you're sitting on the floor. Of course, there's cross-legged, and you could have the elevated hips. We can have one leg out, and this is going to give you an awesome hamstring stretch as well. You can switch. So feel free to move through these with me now. You can come into a Z sit, bringing one leg behind, one leg forward, and then you can switch Z sits, other leg. I also really like having one foot up. This is going to be great on the hips, ankles, and knees, and then switching that around to the other side. There are so many positions you can access and do one side and the other. So if you're doing laptop work, you're having your breakfast on your coffee table, you can transition through any of these floor positions, spending a few minutes in each one. And before you know it, without thinking, you're going to be transitioning through different exercises, which is really like a free mobility class. The third tip I want to share in today's video is spend time daily on the floor. I know you might have pain being on the floor, but if we avoid something completely, it's never going to change. So you might start with 2 minutes or 5 minutes on the floor, and maybe it's with 2 blocks or 3 blocks, so your hips are very elevated. Then maybe you do that every day for a few weeks, and then you build that up to 10 minutes. So you slide off that couch, get on the floor, and you spend 10 minutes. You can set your timer, go to book, watch TV, and move on the floor in a daily basis. Our body adapts to what we do every day. So I hope you enjoyed that. Implement those 3 tips, and before you know it, sitting on the floor is going to become way more comfortable. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment, share it with someone who will find this helpful, and thank you for watching.